Good, happy Friday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, police. 87-year-old woman drags Hooksett officer. A senior citizen was arrested Thursday after police said she dragged a Hooksett police officer with her car. Hooksett police said Beatrice Yerjo, 87, was traveling on West River Road without any headlights on. So Officer Michael Carpenter stopped her as she turned onto Market Drive. Police said Yerjo became irate with Carpenter and opened her car door so he could call for assistance. Officer Aaron Minhan responded to assist at the scene. Sergeant Valerie Lame said that Carpenter informed Yerjo that a female officer had arrived, and Yerjo indicated she would prefer to speak to her. While Minhan was speaking with Yerjo, Yerjo shut her door and put her car in drive, pinning Minhan with the door and dragging her about 20 feet. Minhan was able to free herself from the car and run to the passenger side, where she was able to reach in and put the car in park. Yerjo was arrested and charged with disobeying an officer, reckless driving, and driving without headlights on as required. She was released on a summons to appear in court in Hooksett on February 10th. New Hampshire woman accused of selling fatal dose of drugs could get life in prison. Police arrested a Kingston woman on Tuesday after a 7-week investigation into the death of Sharon Zippolo, who died of a drug overdose at a Plastow Cumberland Farms parking lot on November 12, 2016. Detectives accused 26-year-old Kara Welch of selling Zippolo, the drugs that caused her fatal overdose. Welch was charged with the sale of a controlled drug resulting in the death, a felony, and is currently being held at Rockingham County Jail. Her arraignment has been scheduled for today. If convicted, Welch could face life in prison. Two-alarm fire erupts in East Boston. Firefighters battled a two-alarm fire in East Boston early Friday morning. The fire was located in a 3-story building at 66 Bryan Street, according to the Boston Fire Department's Twitter. A total of 4 adults were displaced from the fire. No injuries were reported. Former CIA Director James Woosley leaves Trump transition team. Former CIA Director James Ruley has left the Trump transition team, a spokesman confirmed in a statement Thursday evening. Woosley, who served as CIA Director under President Bill Clinton, joined President-elect Donald Trump's campaign as a senior advisor in September. Aides to Trump did not immediately return a request for comment. Boeing's 2016 order book may miss guidance. Boeing is due to report total order activity for 2016 later on Friday, but analysts believe the world's biggest plane maker may fall short of targets. Trump will ask Congress, not Mexico, to pay for border wall. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
House GOP officials are telling CNN that the transition team has signaled congressional Republican leaders that the president-elect's preference is to fund the border wall through the appropriations process as soon as April. In other words, American taxpayers would pay for it, and so will the panel if they're staying up late. Gloria, I mean, again, that's all we know on this. Not a lot of details. Right. What do you make of it?
Well, I think it's kind of astonishing that they're now saying that they want to fund the building of the wall through the appropriations process. And we have heard that Mexico is going to pay for the wall. They want to do it in a spending bill, according to the great reporting by Manu Raju and Deirdre Walsh. And the interesting point here is, as I played a few steps forward, is that I'm almost envisioning in my mind the fact that the Democrats could filibuster this or could try to shut down the government over refusing to fund the wall. We could find ourselves in a situation in which the Democrats then want to shut down the government.
Kirsten, do you see this as a flip-flop? I mean, would this be a complete flip-flop?
Definitely would want to get more information about it. I think, there was some talk before about using some existing, not to have to pass a whole new bill, that there was already some existing legislation that had passed for funding, under the Obama administration, who actually, believe it or not, was doing quite a bit in terms of the border. And so I definitely would want to get more information. If he actually does say, we're going to pay for it and Mexico's not paying for it, that would be a monumental flip-flop.
Although I guess the middle ground would be, we'll pay for it this way initially, and then down the road, Mexico will somehow reimburse.
Right.
Something of that nature. And
I'm just throwing up options.
If you go on Donald Trump's campaign website, there's actually a rather detailed PDF where he talks about proposing a rule on day one that would allow him to tax remittances. So he's put forth a detailed way in which Mexico will at least partially or wholly pay for this. So I would fully expect to see part of this implemented. It was a major part of the campaign. So I think more details.
Dan, you got to...
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday. See you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.